from the 23rd to the 25th of September at the Grand Theatre, downtown Calgary. Get open at 5:30 p.m. daily. Tickets available at bit.ly/Culture Trilogy tickets. See you there. Have you ever wondered how it all began? Where do we come from and where we're heading? Ethnik Festival's Cultural Trilogy presents a story of creation in the music, the dance, and the play. 3 days of distinct events with Ethnik enactments from the 23rd to the 25th of September at the Grand Theatre, downtown Calgary. Get open at 5:30 p.m. daily. Tickets available at bit.ly/Culture Trilogy tickets. See you there. Have you ever wondered how it all began? Where do we come from and where we're heading? Ethnik Festival's Cultural Trilogy presents a story of creation in the music, the dance, and the play. 3 days of distinct events with Ethnik enactments from the 23rd to the 25th of September at the Grand Theatre, downtown Calgary. Get open at 5:30 p.m. daily. Tickets available at bit.ly/Culture Trilogy tickets. See you there. Have you ever wondered how it all began? Where do we come from and where we're heading? Ethnik Festival's Cultural Trilogy presents a story of creation in the music, the dance, and the play. 3 days of distinct events with Ethnik enactments from the 23rd to the 25th of September at the Grand Theatre, downtown Calgary. Get open at 5:30 p.m. daily. Tickets available at bit.ly/Culture Trilogy tickets. See you there. Have you ever wondered how it all began? Where do we come from and where we're heading? Ethnik Festival's Cultural Trilogy presents a story of creation in the music, the dance, and the play. 3 days of distinct events with Ethnik enactments from the 23rd to the 25th of September at the Grand Theatre, downtown Calgary. Get open at 5:30 p.m. daily. Tickets available at bit.ly/Culture Trilogy tickets. See you there. Have you ever wondered how it all began? Where do we come from and where we're heading? Ethnik Festival's Cultural Trilogy presents a story of creation in the music, the dance, and the play. 3 days of distinct events with Ethnik enactments from the 23rd to the 25th of September at the Grand Theatre, downtown Calgary. Get open at 5:30 p.m. daily. Tickets available at bit.ly/Culture Trilogy tickets. See you there. Have you ever wondered how it all began? Where do we come from on where we're heading. Ethnik Festival's Cultural Trilogy presents a story of creation in the music, the dance, and the play. 3 days of distinct events with Ethnik enactments from the 23rd to the 25th of September at the Grand Theatre downtown Calgary. Get open at 5:30 p.m. daily. Tickets available at bit.ly/Cultural Trilogy tickets. See you there. Have you ever wondered how it all began? Where do we come from and where we're heading? Ethnik Festival's Cultural Trilogy presents a story of creation in the music, the dance, and the play. 3 days of distinct events with Ethnik enactments from the 23rd to the 25th of September at the Grand Theatre downtown Calgary. Get open at 5:30 p.m. daily. Tickets available at bit.ly/Cultural Trilogy tickets. See you there. Have you ever wondered how it all began? Where do we come from and where we're heading? Ethnik Festival's Cultural Trilogy presents a story of creation in the music, the dance, and the play. 3 days of distinct events with Ethnik enactments from the 23rd to the 25th of September at the Grand Theatre downtown Calgary. Get open at 5:30 p.m. daily. Tickets available at bit.ly/Cultural Trilogy tickets. See you there. Have you ever wondered how it all began? Where do we come from and where we're heading? Ethnik Festival's Cultural Trilogy presents a story of creation in the music, the dance, and the play. 3 days of distinct events with Ethnik enactments from the 23rd to the 25th of September at the Grand Theatre downtown Calgary. Get open at 5:30 p.m. daily. Tickets available at bit.ly/Cultural Trilogy tickets. See you there. Have you ever wondered how it all began? Where do we come from and where we're heading? Ethnik Festival's Cultural Trilogy presents a story of creation in the music, the dance, and the play. 3 days of distinct events with Ethnik enactments from the 23rd to the 25th of September at the Grand Theatre downtown Calgary. Get open at 5:30 p.m. daily. Tickets available at bit.ly/Cultural Trilogy tickets. See you there. Have you ever wondered how it all began? Where do we come from and where we're heading? Ethnik Festival's Cultural Trilogy presents a story of creation in the music, the dance, and the play. 3 days of distinct events with Ethnik enactments from the 23rd to the 25th of September at the Grand Theatre downtown Calgary. Get open at 5:30 p.m. daily. Tickets available at bit.ly/Cultural Trilogy tickets. See you there. you ever wondered how it all began? Where do we come from and where we're heading? Ethnik Festival's Cultural Trilogy presents a story of creation in the music, the dance, and the play. 3 days of distinct events with Ethnik enactments from the 23rd to the 25th of September at the Grand Theatre downtown Calgary. Get open at 5:30 p.m. daily. Tickets available at bit.ly/Cultural Trilogy tickets. See you there. Have you ever wondered how it all began? Where do we come from and where we're heading? Ethnik Festival's Cultural Trilogy presents a story of creation in the music, the dance, and the play. 3 days of distinct events with Ethnik enactments from the 23rd to the 25th of September at the Grand Theatre downtown Calgary. Get open at 5:30 p.m. daily. Tickets available at bit.ly/Cultural Trilogy tickets. See you there. Have you ever wondered how it all began? Where do we come from and where we're heading? Ethnik Festival's Cultural Trilogy presents a story of creation in the music, the dance, and the play. 3 days of distinct events with Ethnik enactments from the 23rd to the 25th of September at the Grand Theatre downtown Calgary. Get open at 5:30 p.m. daily. Tickets available at bit.ly/Cultural Trilogy tickets. See you there. Have you ever wondered how it all began? Where do we come from and where we're heading? Ethnik Festival's Cultural Trilogy presents a story of creation in the music, the dance, and the play. 3 days of distinct events with Ethnik enactments from the 23rd to the 25th of September at the Grand Theatre downtown Calgary. Get open at 5:30 p.m. daily. Tickets available at bit.ly/Cultural Trilogy tickets. See you there. Have you ever wondered how it all began? Where do we come from and where we're heading? Ethnik Festival's Cultural Trilogy presents a story of creation in the music, the dance, and the play. 3 days of distinct events with Ethnik enactments from the 23rd to the 25th of September at the Grand Theatre downtown Calgary. Get open at 5:30 p.m. daily. Tickets available at bit.ly/Cultural Trilogy tickets. See you there.
you enjoy it.
Have you ever wondered how it all began? Where do we come from and where we're heading? Ethnik Festival's Cultural Trilogy presents a story of creation in the music, the dance, and the play. 3 days of distinct events with Ethnik enactments from the 23rd to the 25th of September at the Grand Theatre downtown Calgary. Get open at 5:30 p.m. daily. Tickets available at bit.ly/Cultural Trilogy tickets. See you there. Have you ever wondered how it all began? Where do we come from and where we're heading? Ethnik Festival's Cultural Trilogy presents a story of creation in the music, the dance, and the play. 3 days of distinct events with Ethnik enactments from the 23rd to the 25th of September at the Grand Theatre downtown Calgary. Get open at 5:30 p.m. daily. Tickets available at bit.ly/Cultural Trilogy tickets. See you there. Have you ever wondered how it all began? Where do we come from and where we're heading? Ethnik Festival's Cultural Trilogy presents a story of creation in the music, the dance, and the play. 3 days of distinct events with Ethnik enactments from the 23rd to the 25th of September at the Grand Theatre downtown Calgary. Get open at 5:30 p.m. daily. Tickets available at bit.ly/Cultural Trilogy tickets. See you there. Have you ever wondered how it all began? Where do we come from and where we're heading? Ethnik Festival's Cultural Trilogy presents a story of creation in the music, the dance, and the play. 3 days of distinct events with Ethnik enactments from the 23rd to the 25th of September at the Grand Theatre downtown Calgary. Get open at 5:30 p.m. daily. Tickets available at bit.ly/Cultural Trilogy tickets. See you there. Have you ever wondered how it all began? Where do we come from and where we're heading? Ethnik Festival's Cultural Trilogy presents a story of creation in the music, the dance, and the play. 3 days of distinct events with Ethnik enactments from the 23rd to the 25th of September at the Grand Theatre downtown Calgary. Get open at 5:30 p.m. daily. Tickets available at bit.ly/Cultural Trilogy tickets. See you there. you ever wondered how it all began? Where do we come from and where we're heading? Ethnik Festival's Cultural Trilogy presents a story of creation in the music, the dance, and the play. 3 days of distinct events with Ethnik enactments from the 23rd to the 25th of September at the Grand Theatre downtown Calgary. Get open at 5:30 p.m. daily. Tickets available at bit.ly/Cultural Trilogy tickets. See you there. Have you ever wondered how it all began? Where do we come from and where we're heading? Ethnik Festival's Cultural Trilogy presents a story of creation in the music, the dance, and the play. 3 days of distinct events with Ethnik enactments from the 23rd to the 25th of September at the Grand Theatre downtown Calgary. Get open at 5:30 p.m. daily. Tickets available at bit.ly/Cultural Trilogy tickets. See you there. Have you ever wondered how it all began? Where do we come from and where we're heading? Ethnik Festival's Cultural Trilogy presents a story of creation in the music, the dance, and the play. 3 days of distinct events with Ethnik enactments from the 23rd to the 25th of September at the Grand Theatre downtown Calgary. Get open at 5:30 p.m. daily. Tickets available at bit.ly/Cultural Trilogy tickets. See you there. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lanre Ajayi. I am the director for Ethnik Festival Association. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for the second edition of our cultural trilogy, where we'll tell the story of creation. Tonight is going to be another exciting night because we have some amazing lineup of performances from diverse communities all across this beautiful city of Calgary and this beautiful nation of Canada. And in our usual style, we're going to start with a land acknowledgement. And to lead us into this is no other person than Chantal Chagnon.
Tansei, Oki, Bonjour, and hello. My name is Chantal Chagnon. I am Cree, Anishinaabe, and Métis from Muskeg Lake Cree Nation in Saskatchewan, which is in Treaty 6 territory. But today, I'd like to welcome you to the land upon which we stand. Because if you don't know where you are, how do you know where you're going? This is the land of the Treaty 7 people, the traditional territory of the Blackfoot, or Niitsitapi, of Siksika, Kainai, and Piikani, of the Sarsi Dene, also known as the Beaver people, from Tsuut'ina, and the Stoney Nakoda, also known as the Eyahe Nakoda, from Morley, which includes Chiniki, Bearspaw, and Wesley First Nations. We're also walking in the footsteps of Métis Region 3, which is why I proudly wear my Métis sash to act as that bridge between Indigenous and non-Indigenous culture. When we acknowledge the land, we're actually acknowledging far more than that. We're acknowledging the histories here that have brought us all together, the stories that connect us to the land and to each other, but that sense of community. This land was known as Molkinstis. Molkinstis literally means elbow in Blackfoot. It's where the Bow River and the Elbow River come together. It's a confluence. People traditionally gather here for trade, for ceremony, to learn from each other, and to build community in a meaningful way. And when we're at events like this, when we can share that sense of community, all of those stories, it shows that that spirit of Molkinstis is alive and well. And so to welcome everyone into the circle today, I wanted to share with you the Cree welcome song. Traditionally, when we sing songs, we sing in rounds of 4 to honor the 4 directions of the medicine wheel. But this song is a little bit different. We sing it in rounds of 3 to keep the circle open and welcoming so everyone completes the circle today. Because in a circle, we're all connected. There's no beginning, there's no end. No one is greater or less than anyone else in the circle, just like in the hoop of life. And it teaches us to honor each other for those differences, because if we were all exactly the same, the world would be really boring and nothing would ever get done. So we need those differences to honor everyone in our circle. It teaches us to come into the circle without judgment, but to really embrace all that we have to offer each other. To not compare ourselves to others because we're on completely different journeys. And that is what makes our circle and our community a beautiful place. Mia Sin, which is the Cree welcome song, is from the Nuttahau family from Sturgeon Lake. And I thank that family for keeping this song alive. Because for many generations, with First Nations, Inuit, and Métis culture here in Turtle Island, we weren't allowed to speak our languages, to share our stories, to share our songs, our traditions, gather for ceremony, or even gather in groups of more than 3 people. But because of families like the Nuttahau family and many of our families, we've been able to maintain this beautiful tradition, these teachings, these songs, these stories, and those things that connect each and every one of us. Miasin doesn't just mean welcome, although it does welcome everyone into the circle, including our ancestors, so it gets a little crazy and busy in here. But it also means beautiful. Miasin, miasin, hasemina, hasemina, epetakote, niwagomagan, hota, homa, kitaskino, miasin, miasin, hasemina, hasemina, epetakote, niwagomagan, hota, homa, kitaskino, miasin, miasin, hasemina, hasemina, epetakote, niwagomagan, hota, homa, kitaskino. Hi, hi, and welcome to the circle today, everyone. Now I'd like to welcome some incredible dancers. Please welcome to the stage Zam, Jolie, and Camille. The song I wish to share with you is the Cree Creation Song. It teaches us that we're not above or below creation, but we're part of it. That everything in nature has something to teach us, something that we can learn, that we can take and really honor within ourselves. It teaches us about the reciprocal relationship that we have with the earth. Everyone take a deep breath in and exhale. We are breathing the same air as our ancestors. In our culture, we say all my relations, because we are breathing the same air as the trees and the plants, and they are our relations. This song teaches us to honor that connection, not only to the land, to the sky, to the air, to the water, to the plants, to the animals, but to each other, all my relations.
Thank you very much, Chantal. Thank you once again for those who are just joining us. And at this point in time, we'd like to do something, which we felt this is very, very important. I will pray for the time. I want us to have the flag on stage, please. Some months ago, someone somewhere decided to invade a sovereign nation of Ukraine. And, we all see what is happening, right now in Ukraine. And our organization and the whole of Canadian community vehemently stand against every form of oppression, bullying, and harassment. We all have the right to freely live, as neighbors. And up till date, about 9,000 soldiers who need not to die have lost their lives. Not only in Ukraine, but some innocent lives, that are, commanded to go to war in Russia lost their lives. And this is a war that we should not be fighting. And in that same spirit,
over some weeks ago or some few days ago, a lady was massacred or killed in Iran, by, just being herself. And tonight I'm going to be calling someone to just, talk a bit about what is going on in Iran. So I'm going to be welcoming Sarah Kani to talk briefly about what is going on, to show our solidarity for the people of Iranian and Ukraine. Let's put hands together for Sarah.
Good evening, everybody. Hello. My name is Sarah Kani, and I've got a story to tell you. And I'm sure a lot of you can understand. And if you didn't experience it firsthand, I'm sure you can relate. I'm very, very honored to be here tonight. I'm so thankful for the opportunity to be here and spend a few moments to talk about our story and what's going on in Iran. But to begin with that, I just don't want you to be too sad, and I don't want you to finish after these few minutes upset, because we have a message for you, and we have a big responsibility for you as well. So I just have a few questions. I just changed the beginning after feeling the live audience. I'm like, I was not supposed to start it like that. So I'm going to have a little bit of a lighter start, if I may. So I'm just curious. We've got such a great audience. How many of you have ever heard any Persian or Iranian music? Raise your hand if you've ever listened to Farsi or Persian music. Perfect. How many of you have ever dated an Iranian? It's okay. You don't need to raise your hand. We don't want to know what happened. And how about the food? How many of you have ever tried the Persian food? Okay, good. I think the food is more interesting than the dating side, and that's okay. It's understandable. That's what we are. If you guys know us, if you have a little bit of information about what Iran is, what Iran was about, how Iranians are, we're just some fun, loving, amazing, wonderful, passionate bunch of people. And looking in the crowd, looking at the program, I saw there are so many different performances from different countries. I'm listening different languages. We just saw a beautiful performance. And I wish I was standing here tonight and I could do a beautiful dance for you. Or I wish I could sing for you one of the songs with my other Iranian friends. A beautiful song that would have been so hard to just pick one. Something like مرغ سحر ناله سر کن داغ مرا تازه تر کن. But I can't do that. And I wish I had that for you ready. Because I'm a good dancer and I'm a good singer. I want to think that way. But I'm here today to share a story that it's been going viral since last week. The story of Mahsa Amini, who was killed last week by the cruel Iranian regime for just not having her proper hijab on. That movement started with a national mourning on the street. However, as you guys know, it's gone viral. And I'm here today to represent the women and men of Iran who are sacrificing their lives for gaining the freedom that they haven't been able to experience over the last 44 years. They are on the street with no self-defense items and tools to sacrifice their lives, to fight, to hopefully, with so much hope to peacefully demonstrate and tell the regime what they want and how much they're done with it, to have the choice, to have the basic human rights, to have the basic freedom. I'm here to represent those bravery women. This movement that is happening, that I'm sure you've heard of, and it's top 5 Twitter trend, hashtag Mahsa Amini, over the last week or so. We're all responsible, and we're also have to be the narrator and the voice of people who do not have the voice. Not just for Iran, but in every community, any minority community that does not have the voice, that doesn't have the channels and power, we are responsible to show reaction and be their voice. As we speak, there's no internet in Iran. I was not able to talk to my parents through WhatsApp and my cousins and all my relatives there. We are having so many sleepless nights because of what's going on. But I don't want you to be sad. We're all hopeful, and we've got a message for you that things are gonna get better. The necklace I'm wearing right now, it says Ishq, which means love. And this is what I want you to be reminded of who Iranians are. We are the nation of resistance, resilience, love, and peace. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to be here. I would like to finish my little time with you with a poem by Saadi. And I want you to remember it every time you're going through a rough time, or every time you see somebody going through a rough time. I want you to please be reminded of this poem. And also I would like to talk about the hashtag and also about the QR code that it's going on for this movement that is happening in Iran. And if you also want to be part of the protest, we're having another rally tomorrow at 3 o'clock at Tompkins Park on 17th Ave and 8th Street. And we would love to see our non-Iranian friends and citizens there, because we can all make an impact. We can all be the voice. And we've all seen that how many different celebrities have been the messengers for us. So I want to just read that poem for you. Sorry, because I know it in Farsi, I don't know it in English, so I have to rely on the technology. Human beings are members of a whole, in creation of one essence and soul. If one member is afflicted with pain, other members uneasy will remain. If you have no sympathy for human pain, the name of human you cannot retain. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Now I'll hand over to our MC for tonight, the Grand Commander. Let's appreciate him as he comes off stage.
Thank you very much, Mr. Larry. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If you're glad to be here tonight, can you just please put your hands together? Okay. So just in case you're wondering what we're doing here tonight, it is the Alberta Culture Month. We're celebrating culture in Alberta this month, and so Ethnik Festivals has put this beautiful program together that runs for 3 days. We did start yesterday, we're here today, and we will be here tomorrow, God willing. Okay, tonight I can promise you one thing: you're going to see a lot of diversity, you're going to see a lot of culture, you're going to see a lot of music, it's going to be a lot of dance, and then it's going to be an amazing play. And all of this is tailored towards, us understanding and making us understand that we are all the same. Even though our cultures are diverse, we're all human beings, and we all have our different cultures, our traditions. But that's the beautiful thing about Canada. Canada is home to all, and Calgary in particular is diverse home. So if you love the city of Calgary and Alberta, can you just please put your hands once again? Okay, so we have carefully put together an amazing group of artists who will be performing tonight. One thing that I would beg of you is please celebrate and appreciate them anytime they come out on stage, you know, to do their presentation. Also feel free, you can use your phones, you can take pictures, you can record videos, you can post on social media. You can also invite your friends to come join us tomorrow, which will be the grand finale. I would leave your front right now. You might not see this handsome face again, maybe until the end of the event. Yeah. Take it or leave it, it's a handsome face, you know. You might not see this handsome face in front of you for the rest of the evening, or much later you will, but you definitely hear my voice from backstage, all right? So I'll just go backstage and I'll introduce the first performance for tonight. Is that okay? Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, the very first performance tonight is from the Diversity Performing Arts Club of Calgary, also known as DPAC. DPAC was founded in 2000 by Jennifer Duncan, who is an avid believer in youth development via the arts. She grew up in the vivacious dance and sports communities of Trinidad and Tobago. And so DPAC features the faces of Calgary's children and youths from various cultures and walks of life. Through artistic expression and performance, the group celebrates cultural diversity while promoting inclusion and respect for all. Through dance and drama, this non-profit group gives their members a multicultural experience. The performances are as diverse as its members. Their dance classes range from lyrical funk, dance hall, soca, jazz, hip-hop, African and Caribbean folk dances. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, please make welcome DPAC.
Are coming, change your ways. But let this moment pass you by and remain the same. Better days are coming, change your ways. But let this moment pass you by and remain the same. Hey, what we gonna do now? There's no panorama. Hey, we can jump up and play us in the savannah. Hey, just be patient, hold it straight. You got to pray like every day, and this will be irate. Better days are coming, change your ways. But let this moment pass you by and remain the same. Better days are coming, change your ways. But let this moment pass you by and remain the same. Hey, let them know I don't have no time for no drama. Miss performing on stage, I'm singing the soca. Yeah, that is life, I can't complain. When things nice, it's felt like rain. This feeling I can't explain. I promise you right now, better days are coming, change your ways. But let this moment pass you by and remain the same. Better days are coming, change your ways. But let this moment pass you by and remain the same. I always say
gentlemen, welcome blacks to the stage.
Calm down. Yeah, we run the thing. Me tell you calm, when me tell you calm, you calm. Are you ready for party again? Say yo!
We wake up early, we wake up Shirley, and you know we go wake everybody. We pack up we bags, don't forget we rags and flags. Hey, nobody can stop we. Change we clothes and jump in a maxi. We go head straight down for the city. As soon as we land is brass and plenty pan. Man jamming, woman jamming, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, did you enjoy Deepak? That doesn't seem like you did. I said, did you enjoy Deepak? Okay, so here's the thing. Winter's coming in a couple of weeks. If you're looking to get some heat into your body, exercise yourself, you know, loosen up some joints, you can join Deepak. Okay, I'm sure it's going to pay off. Okay, make welcome the next performance for tonight. Goes by K the Chosen. Born and raised in Zimbabwe and currently based in Calgary, K the Chosen creates music that is both enlightening and entertaining. As a TEDx speaker, hip-hop, and spoken word artist, K, as he's affectionately known, believes in the power of storytelling, and uses his voice to share the experience of those around him. His latest album, Advice, was released on the 22nd of October 2021 and covers topics such as grief, feminism, mental well-being. This community-focused album, with its accompanying visuals and fundraising initiatives, resulted in K being included in the Calgary Herald's Top 20 Compelling Calgarians for 2022. The album was also nominated for Rap Recording of the Year at the 2022 YYC Music Awards. Ladies and gentlemen, make welcome K the Chosen.
How's everybody doing? Good. Feel free to play the music. Check it. Well, alright. Imagine you're a rapper, they look at you for answers. Whenever there's disasters, they claim that you woke. Bring them all together, share pain and laughter. Ask them to support you, they claim to be broke. Can't afford a stream, can't afford a tea, can't afford to leave a comment. They ain't funding your dreams, should to pick a normal career. What you been up to this year? Pandemic locked up, is your bars that here? What if all art disappeared? Living in that world would be kinda weird. Limited expression, don't want to pay attention, to stand up and speak up for those who fear. Prosecution, judgment, shame, pain, violence, aggression, same thing been happening over and over again. We ain't world leaders, yet you look at us the same. Prosecution, judgment, shame, pain, violence, aggression, same thing been happening over and over again. We ain't world leaders, yet you look at us for change. Food for thought, eat a whole course. I'm so hungry I could eat a whole horse. Don't offend your questions, just a metaphor, but we're sensitive. In this world that we living in. What kind of world are we living in? Living in. Imagine an observer of a world that is sick. Corrupt politics and cops don't give a flip. So when the virus hit, it's a government conspiracy. World so paranoid that you're convinced. You protest the mass, police have a blast, blasting at your back just because you were black. Then we protest that. The violence continues. It's the end of days. Do I have to convince you? Expose the errors in our system. Don't benefit minorities, women, or children. Killing ourselves, but also the victims. Society crying out for help. We don't listen. Glued to our screens and televisions. Those who speak up don't follow up with action. Those who speak up are overreacting, flooding my feed with hashtags and acronyms. Why don't we white out that Blackout Tuesday? Y'all relax, this isn't doomsday. Tone policing is my forte. I'll teach you how to do you, okay? Food for thought, need a whole course. I'm so hungry I could eat a whole horse. Don't offend your questions, just a metaphor, but we're sensitive. In this world that we're living in. What kind of world are we living in? Living in. Food for thought, I might need a snack. Food for thought, hold the fries on that. Could I change the world if I ate a bat? Imagine that. Hello, sir, with no disrespect. Just met your son, he's a bit of a kid. Can't cry and he's proud of it. Can't express emotion, cause you taught him how to bottle it. You saw breaks up, saw them break up twice. One side chick and 3 wives. These different set of kids, and he wonders why. Marriage was never something that he wanted in his life. I hate to be the one to comment on your relationship, but if she happy, she wouldn't have the bitterness. Wouldn't be teaching avoidance to your kids. Bad parenting will affect their development. Attachment theory can teach us better. We reflect on the things we see from our elders. Don't just be a provider, be a lover, befriend your partner. Mudara. Chico, 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 Panawa Mudara. Waratite, Rudo, Rudo. Rudo, Rudo, Rudo. Hello, sir, with all disrespect. Just met your daughter, she's a bit of a snitch. More than a man's word. Don't believe him, no magician was man first. More loud than intellectual, more sad and intellectual. Fetishized, over sexualized, on their knees when it's spiritual or familiar like an uncle. That you trust too much, just sweep under the rug. Family don't talk about it, just sweep under the rug. Now she can't even stand a hug from a stranger, cause it brings up too much, it brings up trauma. How could you neglect to protect your daughter? Instead you just guard your ego. How far will you go? See, don't be low, searching for daddy and other people. Chico, 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 Manaba Mudara, Varatite, Rudo, 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 Rudo. It's actually my favorite one. I love this one. Alright. We ain't even squad, but you know it's going down when you see another one from across the room. We ain't even squad, you might find it kinda odd to give each other the nod. What you gon' do? The nod, 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 the nod. What you talking about? We ain't even squad, but you know it's going down when you see another one from across the room. We ain't even squad, you might find it kinda odd to give each other the nod. What you gon' do? The nod, the nod, the nod, the nod, the nod, the nod. What you talking about? The nod, the nod, the nod, the nod, the nod, the nod. Nothing left to say. First time that I got the nod, didn't know what was going on. Friends asked me, you know him, bruh? I laugh hard as I tell them no, but I get it though. In a room full of people, we the only kinfolk. Even if I don't know, even if we don't know each other, but you're my brother, just from another land. Different hustle, same struggle, man, I understand. A form of communication, sorted by generations, oppressed and segregated, forced into migration to work on these plantations and kill with no hesitation. Civil rights revolution ended with assassination. So now you understand why we speak in code every time we got a plan. See, if you nod, then you know I'll nod back. I got you like you got me, because we both black. We ain't even squad, but you know it's going down when I see another one from across the room. We ain't even squad, you might find it kinda odd. We give each other the nod. What you gon' do? The nod, the nod, the nod, the nod, the nod, the nod. What you talking about? The nod, the nod, the nod, the nod, the nod, the nod. What you talking about? We ain't even squad, but you know it's going down when you see another one from across the room. We ain't even squad, you might find it kinda odd. We give each other the nod. What you gon' do? The nod, the nod, the nod, the nod, the nod, the nod. What you talking about? The nod, the nod, the nod, the nod, the nod, the nod. Nothing left to say. Thank you. All right, so I've got one more left for you. This one's called 263 to 403.
But now his head is getting too big for his boots.
48 hours, $2,000. My dear, I fear the future ain't ours. Man of the hour, man with the power. So clear, so near, but tastes so sour. More like bittersweet, my tongue so viciously. But testing how they speak, but they don't get me unless I add an inflection. Look into the mirror, don't recognize the reflection. I'm changing, but I swear it's for the better. Mine is temperamental as Calgary weather. Mine blacking out, let it just cut off the zester. Went back home, but to you, that's whatever. You will never need to power up the generator. You don't have to queue for fuel, cause why a pera. You don't wait for change, cause she get a one netter. You don't gotta wish that your country was better. Go figure, the one complaining on the other side of border. When to get his degree, now he's feeling much bolder. Only 1 degree, so I feel much colder. Burn that paper to keep my family warmer. The tale of nomad is quite sad. The boy, now a man, raised my son like a dad. Doctor, a lawyer, the boy wanna rap? How you finna save him with a plan like that? What's crazy is my story's yours. A bunch of immigrants trying to make it abroad. If you made it this far, then applause is yours. And there's better look on the hook if you go off. Hey, hey, go off. Hey, hey, show off. If you made it this far, then applause is yours. It's a better look if you go off. Cross arms like the night in the land of Wakanda. Born on my top, but we came here to conquer. Dreads on my head, so they think I'm a Rasta. Only dope I hit be the joints that I sponsor. This beat like Wyclef and Tyler. So I ask you, take me back to November. People in the streets, peaceful protesters. I'm in Canada, wish my family was safer. Then the blackout came, no internet, friends and relatives could not connect to the outside world. I was stressing that people around me couldn't relate, but were empathetic. And the same thing happened to Iran. I'm in the episode, we are one. One in corruption, one in assumption, one in the prayers and the hopes of salvation, one in the shadow of media attention, one with the power beyond comprehension. Those who export to first world nations, those who would free them would then enslave them. Dilemma ain't new in these streets. How do we fix this? We all can't leave. Solution is us, but we're all overseas. Solution is us, but we're all overseas.
What's crazy is my story's yours.
A bunch of immigrants trying to make it abroad. If you made it this far, then applause is yours. It's a better look on the hook if you go off. Hey, hey, go off. Hey, hey, show off. If you made it this far, then applause is yours. It's a better look if you go off. Hey, hey, show off. Hey, hey, go off. Hey, hey, show off. Hey, hey, go off. Thank you so much for having me. I'm Kay the Chosen.
Kay the Chosen, ladies and gentlemen, Kay the Chosen. Okay, if you're just joining us, welcome to Ethnic Festival's celebration of Alberta Culture Days. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a story of creation. And we're going to be featuring music, dance, play, and so much awesomeness as we celebrate our cultural diversity in the city of Calgary and in the province of Alberta. Next on stage, ladies and gentlemen, is the Blackfoot Medicine Speaks, which offers an educational and entertaining cultural experience of Blackfoot storytelling, cultural sharing, and mesmerizing song and dance that reflects our connection to our ancestors, our land, and the spirit of the Blackfoot people, while celebrating our rich culture. We are performers who provide a unique and fascinating experience for our audiences of all ages. We believe in the importance of our stories from first voice. Blackfoot Medicine Speaks Dance Company demonstrates through first voice that oral stories reflect spiritual connections to the land and all living beings. Blackfoot Medicine Speaks wishes to remember the history of our people, the inherent qualities of our culture, and the knowledge that the culture impacts about the physical and spiritual world in which we live. Ladies and gentlemen, make welcome Blackfoot Medicine Speaks.
Okay, kit khanak smatsim khwan khsikoish bay. Nestwanako kasikutoyomak. Welcome everyone to the traditional territory of my ancestors, Sokita Peaks, people of the plains. My name is Treff Deerfoot. We hope to entertain you with the stories of the dance of my people, my ancestors. We're going to start our dances off with what we call the grass dance. Our medicine people used to go up along the rivers, camping along the rivers, and they would find a place where they would bring the new encampment. And they would summons these young men to put grass in their loincloth, and they would be dancing back and forth, flattening the grass for which the people were going to set their teepees up. The young men were dancing, and the elders were burning their incense, and they were praying and calling the bad spirits away and calling the good spirits to come and take care of the people who were going to occupy that new territory as their homeland. So with that, I'd like to introduce my good friend, Aaron Daniels from the west here, from the Stony tribe. Let's give him a nice round of applause as he does what we call the grass dance. You know, all of our dances portray a story. The next dance we want to do for you is what we call a healing dance. There is a young girl that was being raised by her grandmother, and she became ill. And as a grandparent, she was really in distress and calling the Creator, come and help me heal my granddaughter. As she lay her head down to sleep that night, the spirits came to her to construct a dress with these cones sewn onto the dress. So in the morning, she wakes up and she starts to construct this dress. And then she puts it on the young granddaughter. She summons the drummers, the chanters. And this young girl needed help to get up. But as the chanting started and the drumming, the little girl started to dance away till she got better. She was healed from all her sickness, her elements of distress. So with that, I'm going to introduce my granddaughter. This is Hallie Deerfoot. Let's give her a nice round of applause as we do what we call the jingle dress, a healing dance. Hey. The next dance we want to do for you, we come from a warrior culture. The paint that I wear on my face is that of when we were going on a hunt or a battle, we would go ask the medicine people. My last name used to be Yellow Old Woman Who Went to War. They have a last name just called Yellow Woman, just to the east of here. We're a very large clan. But our great-grandmother used to paint these people that they would see the things they need to see. They would hear the things they need to hear. And this line across the nose, we know, we have that extra sense that tells us there's danger around the corner. And they have a line across the mouth, which I've painted black my lips today. That line, that we use our mouth in a good way. And they put lines around the wrists that I use the hands in a good way. So this next dance is a story of how we used to sneak up to our enemy and touch them and ride away and tell people of our deed. Or we go harvest animals that we use for consumption to get nourishment and strength. This time we're going to do what we call a warrior dance, and we have my grandson, Aiden Deerfoot. He's going to do what we call the warrior dance, and he's got the bear outfit today. Don't be scared, kids. Don't be scared, kids. He's a real friendly bear, guys. So this is my grandson. He's going to do what we call the warrior dance. We want to conclude our dance with a very special dance. This dance is in essence to creation and celebration, the theme of our evening. You know, the Holy Woman, which we have in our communities, at the longest day of the year, we have our sun dance. And the Holy Woman was calling to order the sun dance. And then they did all the ceremonies. There was a lot of death, a lot of starvation, a lot of sickness within that calendar year. So the Holy Woman told the crier, go out and tell the people to come forward with a good way to end our ceremonies of this year. Well, they called out, and one guy came forward, and he was growling and swiping his hands forward, and he called that Gayi Paskan, the bear dance. Another guy came forward with his hands pinched on both sides and was swaying back and forth, and he called that the deer dance. Well, the third guy came in, and he was flaunting and gyrating his body, and those women were holding their mouth. They were embarrassed how this young man was portraying himself. One of the senior women jumped up and was chasing this young man out, The Holy Woman lifted up her hand and says, wait, young man, why did you bring this dance into the sacred lodge? And the young man says, nature is our greatest teacher. I was out hunting early in the morning, and I come over this ridge, and I saw all the female prairie chickens dancing in a circle, and the male prairie chickens were in the middle, and they were flaunting and gyrating their feathers for the females. I think we still do that a little bit, Pretty soon they're pairing off. They're going off and procreating. And that young man says, in all of our sickness, our sadness, what better way to celebrate the end of our ceremonies is to celebrate life. We saw a lot of little people dancing here tonight. When we come to visit, we all want to hold and kiss our new additions because we believe they're our leaders in the future. So with this next dance, we want to do what we call the prairie chicken dance. I have my son, Todd Deerfoot, and my grandson, Aiden Deerfoot. We've been doing this, I'm 60 years old. I've been doing this dance for 59 years, since I was a little boy. And I'm so glad that this dance is carrying on through my family. Let's give them a nice round of applause. Hey, From the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you. And all of you guys, I work with the immigration to welcome people to this territory that my ancestors occupied for hundreds of years. I hear a lot of distress in our world, and by way of my ancestors, you're all welcome here. Please enjoy this beautiful territory. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please one more time appreciate the Blackfoot Medicine Speaks. A story of creation. That's what we're celebrating, and we're also celebrating the Alberta Culture Day. Tonight, I would like to bring on stage a group of young girls who are Nigerian, living in the city of Calgary. They are enthusiastic about dance. They are actually self-taught dancers. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome the Nigerian Youth Dance Group.
STG.
The Nigerian Youth Dance Group. Okay, so in my home country, when you have an amazing performance like this, there's a phrase that we'll always say. We say, it's plenty. Oh, boy. Okay? Can we all say that together? Oh, boy. Nice. I like that. Okay, so we've had some dance, we've had some rap, and this time around we're moving to spoken word. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce Wakefield Brewster, who's a professional poet and spoken word artist. He's a professional poetic interpreter. He's a mentor, teacher, community builder, and volunteer. His accolades include YYC Poet Laureate for the year 2021 to 2024. And he is the first Black Poet Laureate of YYC. Please make welcome Wakefield Brewster.
Good evening, everyone. How are you doing this evening? Doing all right? My name is Wakefield Brewster, professional poet and spoken word artist. I have two pieces I'm going to read for you, recite for you, and I hope you enjoy them. This poem I wrote a little while ago. It's dated. However, it's still quite relevant. It talks about what's going on in this world today, especially in Calgary. And this poem is called Something Ain't Right. Something ain't right. A fracture in the flucture. A crack in the armor of the government structure. There's a lack of balance that's got me confused. I suspect that our money is on the abuse, because how it is and how it should be, well, it ain't in tandem for you and me, or you and me and them, you see. And it's not that I'm saying that a difference ain't valid. All factors considered, my life ain't bad at all. But how fleeting our minds are to remember the fall and the fallen. The economy has generosity stalling. I live in a city 1 million containing. The fact that it has all the trouble sustaining, that it can't feed every hungry mouth, cause the body count goes up when the temperature goes south. The goodness of others and the kindness of strangers can only go so far. Those who have still want to go to the bar. Food bank donations are down 40%. The government claims that it's financially spent, that it's tapped like a wire, while citizens are eating food on the expire. Like Oliver, it's a twisted play, and the cast are cast out, where center stage is septic and stabbing. The funding is federal, and food is a farce. The producer is provincial, and the plot problematic. Municipal motions make up to mask the mass murder, and the patrons never pay to watch this daily play. It plays right out in front of us in each and every way, but the cast never see them. They cover and hide. So exit stage left only means suicide. In the morbid act 2, that only means less mouths to feed, less of the cast for which the hippie's heart bleeds, less vegetation grown from unwanted seeds, and a politician's garden, Eden wouldn't have these weeds. Food, home, garden, I beg your pardon. Rats, trash, here's what's real. Picking through your litters where you get your next meal. For I'm suspecting that a scheme of Croat cuisine must have been on the scheme when no one had a look. Was it an alderman aiming to alter them? Hell, Martha Stewart style to cook up a book. Cause I got a big problem with the menu here, see? 96, 940.73. You put them all to collectively, and there you have the recipe. It's not a niçoise salad, see? That's your councilman's salary. And here we all are, trying to ride out the recession. The deficit deepens and hitches progression. Cows and sows both stricken by disease, bringing Canada's province down to its knees. But I heard something in the news, and it really made me think. Where'd we get 11 million for a brand new skating rink? That's right, 11 million. 5 million from the city, 5 million from the province, and 1 million from corporate and private investors. They must think the people are jokers and jesters. I hear we got 5 on the go right now. Their dates of completion, I know not when nor how, but number 6 is on the way. And another body ended up in Fish Creek today. The Southeast reports another gun on the sleigh. And that's the neighborhood my family lives in, by the way. So gangsters got money for gats and guns, while city officials are claiming more funds are needed to alleviate the situation. So how the hell you paying for that super cop station? There ain't nobody in it to handle probation, so nobody catch systematic citation. So forget about the pay, your wallet's on the sleigh. They tax and then they trick you in each and every way. And what really truly lacks is I can barely do my taxes. Taxes are taxing my temper and time. I need $300 from my man Ralph Klein. Semper Fire's on the line. I'm choking on the foamy brine like my lovely Clementine. And I try to stay optimistic like Optimus Prime, but they're taxing me, they're waxing me, they're muscling my masculinity, my memory. They got me milking like a memory massively. They've got me watching passively, presumptuously. To them my wallet tasting scrumptious, see? I still love Alberta beef and's how I eat down, but something ain't right in the state of Cowtown. This poem is about catching your groove back. This is called the rhythm method. Cats gotta know their limits, though nothing is absolute. I refute to be the dumb balut getting the boots stay rooted with streams and dreams of consciousness like string confetti. Raw spaghetti need H2O to create that undeniable pliable flow, impeccable like a bull packs. Check for the syntax error in your spelling and check what he be telling the youth mind that be swelling up and away in that balloon mind state of denial, putting the common man and common sense on trial. Ask Kafka. He come through hardcore to expose bureaucratic loopholes, democratic poop holes. I suppose that if a God chose and you were chosen, your will would be frozen like mice on ice. Not nice. You want some good advice times thrice? You catch a sip on the lip, or better yet, come and sit and catch a swallow. When I spit my rap, I'ma flip this mode like Flip Mode Squad as the lyrical shots rock through your bod, son. The rap Vlad, son. I'm a god, son. I'm a son ra, god, son ra. Boy, I can't test me with your bra. I bring the microphone hoopla, the way I sit on it and sit on it before I let my lips slip on it. I'm stabbing thoughts into the ozone, grabbing the Gavin Afro, talking live, slapping verbal fives, rap hives. Bursts on the surface of those who try to work us. Black circus ain't our purpose, we ain't worthless. But what this here be if you can't be just like me, stone free like Jimi Hendrix. Tsunami brown waves, digging sound graves, separate altogether wherever the tether we weather your audio appendix called the doctor. Shocked ya, in your world rocked ya. High upon church steeples, the time a man clocked ya. Hard like Sonny Liston, you better listen. Your suspicion of madness can put us an ocean apart. Restart, cause it's about and all about time. Tick, ticking, talking, got our lives rocking, reeling, people moving through the life that they've got no feeling. That's what's got me dancing on the ceiling. I ain't healing for a long, long while. Third degree, third time burns from the sundial, because time smoked me like Buddha on blessed. Mother Nature, she scoffs at Father Time, mad stressed, because once again, time came too early, waiting for no one as he is a blind watchmaker, dropping instruments in increments like Ray Charles and random, rain out out of tandem. Like a two-seater bike you forgot how to ride. Now I'm just in the journal of a mad, mad bride. I feel I must hide between pages and lines, lies and love mimes, silent landmines up and reckoned behinds like no be no other kinds. Just ask Heinz, for red was the only shade I could see. Color blinds, the only sound I heard was word cacophony. Hard times, and then let the dickens, the plot always thickens, and race around like a flock of headless chickens, crazy clucking. If you ain't getting nickel and dimed, you nip and tucking. If you wanna doubt the facts, you spend a while in denial, while the feds spend your money with greed and guile. In an age-old style, they're buying bigger toys for smaller boys. Women buy silicone-saturated poise. I just can't think, there's too much noise. Precarious scenes, nefarious dreams, not the first nor the worst mind to burst at the seams. But I will keep slinging them mental hot rocks, burning hot like sunspots. You best call the rat traffic cops. I shadow box with my vox. I leave degrees of poem C super salty like locks, because I'm in the throes and the bliss of a metamorphosis. I'm growing the knowledge that I bring on the upswing. I'm showing for years I've been bringing it, still it's about to be brought. Special delivery, you're gonna catch a package of rap apocalypse. Brace for Armageddon. I'm spilling out and spilling over like a mouth too full of teeth. I'll be brief. Take that celestial soulful bath, forge your own path. Speak up, for sometimes we know that there is violence in silence. If you've got artistic gout, then you swell your best out, and you don't be foreign trash, you be a culture clash. You need not get down with any ism or schism. Sometimes we really don't need a method, just rhythm.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Wakefield Brewster. Our next line tonight is a poet. Her name is Adetola, a lot of poetry at Dedibe. She is a poet, a spoken word artist, and a public speaker and performer. Starting off as a member of the University of Calgary Spoken Word Club, this two-time Calgary Grand Slam champion has been a featured artist at Raw Voices, Radical and Radiant, the I Am Sudan Charity Dinner, Expressions Spoken Word at Koi, YYC African Fashion Week, Ethnic Festivals, the People's Poetry Festival, Pitbull Poetry Reading Series, and many more to mention. She is an artist facilitator of Black Kid Joy. This two-time Calgary Slam champion has also served as an artist facilitator for decolonizing literacy with the University of Calgary Faculty of Education and the Paved Arts Workshop in Saskatoon. Ladies and gentlemen, make welcome a lot of poetry.
Hello, everyone. This first poem is called Free Me. Free me. Free me from this body that has been held down by the chains of misogyny, that hold me only to the sexual views of my body, by the chains of Eurocentric ideologies that see me as angry instead of passionate, that see me as different rather than beautiful. Free me from being trapped in a body that has been judged for so long. The soul inside has forgotten how to dance, how to communicate with the land as my ancestors have. a Nigerian princess that has forgotten the weight of her crown, how it used to shine in the sun, how she has forgotten the meaning of that light. Free me from this caged mind that has forgotten how to fly, slip into a trance that transcends space and time. Teach me to write in a language I have long forgotten how to speak. Put me into a state of forever, so I can access the great women that came before me. Allow me to reconnect to the roots that have been proven to be the oldest source of everything. God is a woman, and that woman is black. Which other body could give birth to this beautiful, rich land filled with trauma and taken for granted? She's everything I am and everything I lack. I tremble at the thought of their spirits moving through me as their energy becomes my strength. I feel it as I dream while I am awake. I walk down the street, but I am not alone there. My feet connect to the earth just as their past breaths become my air. I can feel them everywhere, begging me to be everything I'm meant to be. Let them speak through me, free me. Let their history become my story. Let their words become my poetry. Thank you. This next poem is called Grace. I wish I had more grace. I see the embodiment of grace as when a black woman walks into a room and we are captured by the energy that they exude, and I think that cannot be me. I can't look away because my eyes are fixed on their face, which no doubt houses eyes that cannot unsee the darkest of days, and yet they glow. They glow like the freshly polished brass skin of a saxophone. A black woman is the symbol of soul. They are like the smoothest of jazz. How could I also play this music? How can my fingers that tremble under the smallest of pressures ever hold steady the instrument that makes others move, makes others feel? How can I compose rhythms that vibrate to the bones of people that have forgotten how to dance, and yet here they do in front of her? How can I have the type of grace that attracts people to me, the way so many others have drawn and filled me in like a child that uses all the colors at once? I've seen black women whose smiles carry forgiveness. Their eyes cry sunshine, and their hearts bleed for the future. And then I feel I am hollow. My soul echoes a sound that makes my own ears ache. I don't have that grace. I fear that the hope my mother saw in me was misplaced. The respect my younger sister has for me will leave a distaste if they see who I really am. I wish I had the grace to say that I'm okay with the insufficiency that I have placed on myself, because I hope one day it may fade. That I will one day become the woman who inspires another woman to take the stage, the grace to pick myself up and brush away the dust that has settled around me, to emerge from my own emotional grave like the phoenix whose flames light their way through the skies of life, while they guide anyone else that happens to see her and they think, I want to go there. When they place their hopes in me, in that light, and know that I will take care of their dreams, I want the grace to be a dream keeper, holding your visions of a better tomorrow and mean it when I say, do not fear. I wish I do not fear the better days as I see myself falling from the very grace that I crave before I have the chance to taste its sweet gifts. So when I say that I lack grace, it is not because I believe other black women do not stumble. It is not because I believe that they have never been grounded, because I see the way they have fought to rise. So when I say I wish I had grace, it means I wish I would hold myself with a little more care and forgive myself while giving myself a little more space to make mistakes. Thank you. Thank you. I have one more. Thank you so much for having me. I am a lot of poetry. I wish words didn't exist. I wish to look into another's eyes, have their feelings flood into me as I begin to cry their tears. As their joy escapes from my mouth, I want to experience the souls we say we see when we peer into the pupils of another. The tiny dark circle becomes a wormhole that we fling ourselves into as we dive into the worlds of others. I want to deconstruct empathy to its elements. I want to be taught the way the earth shifts when you walk. I want to know how the wind tingles against your skin. I want the third-degree burn of fire in your heart when you love with your whole chest and feel the cool relief of the waters of the shower at the end of the day that washes your worries away. I want to connect. I want to go to bed with you at night. I want to dream your dreams and celebrate with you as those dreams become real. I don't want you to explain how your emotions sometimes take hold of your actions. I want to take your feelings by the hand and unravel them to the beginning. I want to wrap each thread that has been stitched together to make the perfect outfit that is you. I want to know what you wear out the door. And for a moment, see the world through your colors. I don't want any more words. As I stand here and say this poem, as I project these webs of intricate vocabulary and trap you with my wordplay, I don't want you to listen to me. I want you to feel me. As I gaze into all of your eyes, we are creating our own red strings of fate. As I stand here before you, my emotions are on their knees. I am begging you to understand me, because letters have their limits. Syllables have an end. I want us to see each other as souls, not strangers. I don't want these rigid bridges. I want our connections to fold and bend. I wish words didn't exist. I wish body language was the basis of understanding, because misunderstanding is too often the basis of communication as we talk and talk and talk down a road with no destination. We're tripping on the tracks. We're competing in this race, sweating until only self-doubt is what's left glistening on our faces. Who will be the first to happiness? Whose happiness will be worth more? Can I be happy for you when I want what you have and more? When I haven't even begun to understand how much of yourself you have poured into this golden up cup we all see as success. While we choke with each refill and gag while we struggle to hold on to the breast of life that nourishes our desire to survive. So I wish words didn't exist, because I'm afraid that even this poem that I wrote at home while my hands were shaking, that it isn't enough. I'm afraid that even with all these words, maybe no one will understand me. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, a Daytola, a lot of poetry, a Dady Bear. Right now, I think I'm getting in the groove of some poetry and some rhymes as well. Do you guys think I should give it a go? Should I give it a go? Okay, so my own poem is titled Ethnic Festivals. Ethnic festivals, people, places, events, descents, presents, reasons, seasons, performances, diversity, culture, a journey. I don't think it's working. I think I'll just leave it. Make welcome the next performance for this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Robson Morris. He is a drummer, a composer, and an entrepreneur. He founded Key 30 Orchestra, a group of musicians based in the city of Calgary. These guys are currently creating a new genre of music called classical soul. Please make welcome Robson Morris.
Welcome everybody. Can everybody hear me? Right. I'm glad, because I don't want to use a microphone. I hate listening to myself through a microphone. I don't like it. I hope you guys are having a great night so far. That you enjoyed every other pieces before us. So as they're saying, I created a style of music called classical soul. And I'm using part of Key 30 Orchestra that I founded back in end of 2017. So tonight I'm going to do two pieces, one called My Breakthrough, and the other one called King's Walk. So I hope you're going to enjoy it, and yeah, enjoy. Thank you. Oh, sorry. On first violin, we have Sabine Choi. Larissa Warren. James Watson in second violin. Jamie Joming Park on
Man, that was Mr. Robson Morris. Okay. The show is just getting started. And we have a very, very special cultural performance coming up in a few minutes. And don't forget, we also have a play that tells the story of creation. And also, in case you're wondering what's happening tonight, we are at the Ethnic Festival's production for tonight. It's going on this weekend, 3 days. We started yesterday. Tonight is day 2, and tomorrow will be the final day. Okay, our next performance is the Calgary Korean Salmonori. We would like to present the Calgary Korean Salmonori team led by Lisa Kang. The more formalized and modern genre of Korean percussion music. The word salmonari means to play 4 instruments. A poet once described these instruments as different elements of weather. The kwangari as thunder. The jangu as rain. The jing as sounds of the wind. And the buck drum as clouds. It is believed that the salmonari was born from a combination of farmer bands and traveling performers. We hope you enjoy their performance. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, a round of applause for the Calgary Korean Salmonari, led by Lisa Kang. I told you there's going to be loads of cultural display tonight, and that's what we've been having from the beginning. We have one more day to go, and that's going to be taking place tomorrow evening from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. We do want you to invite your friends and family members, invite everybody to join us tomorrow for the final day. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to make welcome on stage one more time, Mr. Lanre Ajayi, as we make preparations for the play tonight.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, thank you so much for your patience, and I hope you've been having a wonderful time. Tonight is also special because we're going to be enjoying an original play that is co-written by a collaboration of artists in this community. You know, the play is written by Leah Nicholson, who is the vice chairman of our organization, alongside with Evangelo Old Woman and myself, and then with story, telling from Eda Treffy Deerfoot. It's about the story of creation. I want to enjoy the story and follow the messages and the story. And before we start the play, I want to use this opportunity to appreciate the Department of Canadian Heritage for the support of this organization, of this project, Ministry of Culture and Multiculturalism and Status of Women, Alberta Government, Calgary Arts Development, City of Calgary, and all other organizations that have been supporting us. And tonight we also have some other members of our board here. Damlola Woni is here as well, and we hope to have more of them tomorrow. And tomorrow we're expecting a VIP guest, to join us at this event. So we shall have the opportunity to invite your friends to come enjoy the best. We also have some amazing line of performances, for tomorrow as well. So without much ado, let's welcome the play, A Story of Creation.
This is a tale of enlightenment.
Of a traveler whose origin tale has been lost.
With the passing of the Druids from this world to whatever lies beyond, so too went the stories of the Celts, never written, gone forever.
The traveler had heard and told many stories, but still felt lost.
Having no understanding of the beginning, how can one prepare for their own end?
So, facing many perils, he journeyed to distant shores, seeking the knowledge held by those who called those lands home. Over oceans deep and rivers strong, the traveler rode along, was searching for a way to know, a path unfurled, a way to go. Along the plains and blazing sun, a looming mountain range above. Weary from the distance trod, seeking rest
and dancing lights in distance shone. The traveler was closely drawn. The starlit skies and chants of praise pulled him to their warm embrace. A man appeared to greet him there, and in his gaze a burning light, the traveler from weary road was welcome to the man's abode.
It's about the beer. Manis kunataps. Manis bisataps. Hello, my relatives. I'm telling you the creation story as it was passed down from my ancestors down to us here. Creator, with his own body, Mother Earth, started to mold and shape different structures, making them and calling them animals. And as he was making and molding these animals out of his own body, Mother Earth, he started to set them aside and putting them on Turtle's back. And they were exhuming life as the thunder hit on Turtle's back. And as he started to bring to life these animals, the otter and the beaver dove into the ground, under Turtle's back in the bottom of the ocean, and grabbing clay and putting it on Turtle's back. The water birds followed. They dove in and deep in the bottom of the waters, getting the vegetation and putting it on Turtle's back. The animals started to eat the vegetation, and they started to be in competition with each other, the resources. So they started to fight each other. So the Creator decided to put the two buffalo bones together, tying it with sinew, putting clay on there, putting buffalo blood on it, lifting him up. He wasn't breathing. So the Creator 4 times with his own breath brought man to life. Next, he created a companion, took one of the man's ribs and another buffalo bone and was tying them together with sinew, putting clay on there, buffalo blood, and again, 4 times with his breath bringing life to the companion for man. And in doing so, they were created to be the caregivers of the animals. All of us here have animals. They're loyal to us because we feed them, we care after them. So as in the early times, we were given that responsibility to care for the animals. Along with creating and being the caregiver of these animals, the Creator told us you can harvest any of these resources, but do not touch the turnip. So the man was out gathering fruit one day, and the coyote comes along and starts to tempt the lady and telling him how beautiful that turnip looked. Look how delicious it looks. The woman knew that she wasn't allowed to harvest that turnip, but because of the continuous temptation of the coyote to the woman finally grabbed it and took a bite into the animal, into the turnip. So when she took a bite, the coyote ran off. The man came back and saw his partner crying and looking down this hole. And what he saw, the lady saw her mother and her father in a teepee village, and she longed to come down to earth. So the Creator appeared to them, and the man and the woman decided to come down to earth and join the mother and the father. They were the original beings, but because they disobeyed Creator's instruction and harvested the turnip, Creator let them come down to earth. When we look up in the sky and we see the Milky Way, that's the road that we descended from the heavens down to earth. And that's how we started to mimic the animals in our dances. Our stories are taught to us. So today, we've been displaying our dances to you. These are our original stories, and we share them with you in a good way. And we tell you to take these stories and songs home to your family and tell them of the original people of this land and the welcome that you got to occupy and enjoy this territory that the Creator created for us. Okay, the traveler, I give you this buffalo tail to help you on your journey. Hey. Drop it again.
Through storms across the sea again, near misty jungle, boat-made land. The mangrove trees grow all along, winds whispering an ancient song. One winding river farther on, the water deep, the current strong. Past waterfalls to forest tall, the animals graze raw so cold. The branches thick blot out the sun, their twisted limbs ahead above. In mid-distance the sunlight shone, patch of light knit snarled more, and bathed in light she appeared, with wisdom held throughout the years, and beckoning the traveler near. The light shone strong, the drum beat clear.
In the beginning, there was nothing. Things were formless, as if looking into the mist, when you can't see what anything is. It was desolate, empty, only water and marshland, and there was nothing but the sound of water and breeze whistling. The land was covered in darkness. Then a voice, the voice of a deity, low and rhythmic, that said, "Light be." And the veil opened, and there was light. Then the gods began to speak. The chief god, Olorun, who ruled the sky, and the goddess, Olokun, ruled below. Olorun was approached by Obatala, who wanted to create dry lands for the creatures living below. He gave his permission. Obatala went to Olorun's oldest son, Orunmila, the god of prophecy, for help in his task. Orunmila told Obatala to create a gold chain long enough to reach below. And inside the bag, he must place a sand-filled snail shell, a white hen, a black cat, and a palm nut. When Obatola had collected gold from the other gods, Orunmila supplied him with a bag, and he was ready. He hung the chain from the sky and climbed down the chain, the bag strapped on his back. Obatola reached the end of the chain, but had not reached a place to land. It was then that he heard the voice of Orunmila from above. He told him to pour the sand and release the hen. When he did, the sand formed dry land. The hen scattered the sand all over, creating hills, valleys, mountains, and cliffs. Obatala landed on a hill and called it Ife. In the sand, he planted the palm nut. It grew instantly and dropped more nuts, and those grew. On and on it went. Obatala sat in the shade with the cat, his companion. Obatala grew lonely and wanted beings like himself to keep him company. So he dug in the sand and found clay. With the clay, he molded the beings like himself. He quickly grew tired. He drank wine from a palm tree and became drunk. He returned to creating his beings, but they were imperfect. Obatala didn't realize this when he called Olorun to breathe life into his creatures. The people can now touch, move, feel. They can see their bodies, their arms. They began to explore the world around them. The mountains, the seas, the valleys, and the marshlands. They began to know the animals and tend and care for them. Upon awaking from his drink-induced sleep, Obatala realized that what he had done and vowed never to drink again, and that he would take care of those he created, imperfect as they were. The people built shelters, grew food, built a life for themselves. Ife was a good place. All the gods visited it often, all except Olokun, who was unhappy. She had not been consulted by Obatala about what he was to build. When Olokun went to visit the sky, Obatala called for the great waves of the ocean to overrun the land, washing away much of what Olokun created, including those he made in his image. Those that survived on high land called to Eshu, who had been visiting from the sky, to return home and get them help. Eshu agreed on the condition that they performed sacrifice to him and Obatala. So when the people sacrificed goats, and Eshu went to deliver their message. Upon hearing of the peril of those living on the land below, Orunmila climbed down the chain and cast spells that made the flood waters retreat, bringing back the dry land. that ended the Great Flood, and those below began to rebuild.
Upon the sea to sail once more, find meaning on distant shores. Then came a storm, the winds grew strong, all dashed on rocks could sail no more. Across the sand the figure stood, a long white robe with gathered hood, and calling out to draw them near, causing them to disappear. Remembering why he left these lands, his origin tale was to the sands. Blown away with the winds of time, no lessons learned, no rules to find. The traveler knew what to do. He'd share his tales, share all he knew, in searching out the tales of yore. Found his beginning in this ending. A tale for those who lost their way, lost connection and lost their place, no longer feel ancestors' call, know where we've been and where we belong.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for the play once again. Yes, I did tell you you might get to see my handsome face before the end of the night. So here I am once again. And this time around, I'd just like to say a very big thank you to everyone who has come out tonight to watch this beautiful production. Thank you so very much for sharing your evening with us. We do hope you enjoyed all of the musical performances, the dance performances, and the play. We hope we can meet here again tomorrow night at 6 p.m. On behalf of Mr. Larry Ajayi and the entire production crew and Ethnik Festivals, I'd like to say thank you so much. Have a safe drive home and stay safe. Good night. Thank you.
Get open at 5:30 p.m. daily. Tickets available at bit.ly/Culture Trilogy tickets. See you there. Have you ever wondered how it all began? Where do we come from and where we're heading? Ethnik Festivals Cultural Trilogy presents a story of creation in the music, the dance, and the play. 3 days of distinct events with Ethnik enactments from the 23rd to the 25th of September at the Grand Theatre downtown Calgary. Get open at 5:30 p.m. daily. Tickets available at bit.ly/Culture Trilogy tickets. See you there. Have you ever wondered how it all began? Where do we come from and where we're heading? Ethnik Festivals Cultural Trilogy presents a story of creation in the music, the dance, and the play. 3 days of distinct events with Ethnik enactments from the 23rd to the 25th of September at the Grand Theatre downtown Calgary. Get open at 5:30 p.m. daily. Tickets available at bit.ly/Culture Trilogy tickets. See you there.